Did you know May is National Stroke Month? Here to give us some important detail that could concern you, let's welcome Polly D'Aria Showalter to the show. And she's with the American Heart Association at Desert Oasis Healthcare. How you doing?
I'm good, Brian. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks for taking the time to be here.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, this is some important stuff we're talking about. So first and foremost, let's talk about some of the main things a person should know about a stroke.
Well, a stroke is something that is an emergency. And so you don't want to play around with it, and that's why I'm here to talk about some signs and symptoms and what you should be doing.
Yeah, I love it. Let's get straight to the point. What is FAST?
FAST is an acronym that allows us to spot symptoms of a stroke and then act upon it. So.
Yeah, it's interesting because even here in the desert, you'll drive by certain bus stops and you'll see a big ad. I mean, there's definitely campaigning for folks to know more about this. Okay, so for people like me, let's talk a bit about the numbers that we see, the top and bottom numbers when we get our blood pressure checked.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Blood pressure, first of all, is the pressure of the blood against your artery walls.
Okay.
The top number, say 120, is the systolic number, which means the pressure of the blood against the walls when the heart is beating. The bottom number, the diastolic number, say 80, is the pressure of the blood against the artery wall when your heart is at rest in between beats.
Okay.
What is normal? What is a good blood pressure? The Heart Association guideline. Yeah. Everybody should be less than 120/80.
Okay.
Okay.
So if one is higher or one's lower, which one is worse? What do you have to look out for?
Well, I
more?
would say let's look at the systolic, which is the pressure against the artery wall when your heart is beating, period. If you are less than 120/80, you're fine. If you're 120 to 129 and your diastolic is around 80, you're elevated blood pressure. If you are greater than 130 systolic or greater than 80 diastolic, you are diagnosed as a hypertensive. You have high blood pressure.
I see. Wow. And so what are some things that can contribute to high blood pressure?
Well, stress.
Right. I knew stress was one of them.
Chronic conditions, diabetes, cardiovascular, heart problems, kidney problems, kidney failure. Just about everything in life, period, can contribute. But I'm here to tell you that stroke is preventable, treatable, and absolutely beatable.
I love it. All right, so what are some ways that we could prevent it?
Okay, your diet. A nice healthy diet, lots of fruits and vegetables. Exercise is always part of that equation. Something, 30 minutes of physical activity most days of the week, about 150 minutes a week. And take your medications if you're on medications. And see your doctor at regular intervals. You need all four of those things to be successful. All four. You can't leave one of them out.
Got it. You got to have that balance.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I know the answer to this next question, but is high blood pressure a risk factor for stroke?
Yes, it
Simple
absolutely is. So, you know, that's why we're talking about how to prevent it.
And I want to walk through the signs yet again. So FAST, what are we talking about?
FAST is facial droop or numbness on one side of your face. A is arm weakness. S is speech difficulty, and T means time to call 911.
Time to call. All right. And I know one thing to do is try to suggest someone to smile, right?
Yes.
Encourage them to smile. All right. To learn more about how you can stay prepared, first remember FAST, and second, reach out at the info on your screen. cctracker.com/AHA/DOHC. A big thanks to Polly for being here, and a big thanks to you. We'll see you in just a moment.